police officer has today been found not guilty of an assault in an incident that was caught on tape. You've probably seen it. It happened outside a Fredericton nightclub almost 2 years ago. The officer was then charged with use of excessive force on a soldier from Valcartier, Quebec. CTV's Andy Campbell with today's court finding.
And I think that my client is relieved.
As defense lawyer T.J. Burke spoke with reporters, Constable Stephen Stafford slipped out the side door of the courthouse. While reporters were occupied, a blogger did capture Stafford's exit. That same blogger captured this video on a warm July night almost 2 years ago. It shows Stafford and other officers trying to subdue an off-duty soldier outside a Fredericton bar. After this video was made public, Stafford was charged with assault. Today, he was found not guilty.
Steve is somebody who's quite resilient, who believed from day one that his actions were justified, that he believed that the way that he acted was appropriate and based on his training.
Stafford chose not to speak with reporters, as did the Crown. Today's ruling was brief but well attended. More than 24 off-duty officers and several more in uniform were in the courtroom to support their colleague. No one, including a representative of the Police Officers Union, would agree to an interview. Luc Bégin was the man being arrested that night. He said he suffered 2 fractured vertebrae and multiple bruises at the hands of police. Charges against Bégin from the same night were later dismissed after he pleaded guilty to obstruction charges from a previous incident. The charges against Stafford and today's verdict are products of a modern society. The blogger who recorded this incident and police say the actions of officers are under constant scrutiny.
The citizens are watching everywhere they go. Everybody has a video camera, cell phone.
The reality of the world that we live in now involves cameras, security cameras. We use those to our advantage on a daily basis. So, no, I don't think so. I think certainly the use of technology and cameras has been to our advantage.
Constable Stafford returned to duty more than a year ago after a brief suspension. His lawyer says it will be business as usual for the officer as a result of today's ruling. And when a police officer is charged criminally, any proceeding by the police commissioner, or the body that oversees the police, is automatically put on hold. So Constable Stafford may yet have to deal with charges under the Police Act in this province, Steve. But given today's ruling, his lawyer, who just happens to be a former Attorney General in this province, believes that is unlikely.
Andy, thanks very much.
You're welcome, Steve.
CTV's Andy Campbell in the newsroom in Fredericton for us tonight.